everybody, it's me, Tokkuri Yashi, and today we're going to be having a look at these special character exchange gacha tickets that you can buy with real money as part of the 7th anniversary. Personally, I would not advise that people spend real money on a gacha game, but if you can afford it and it makes you happy, then why not? Somebody has to spend some money on this game, otherwise none of us would be playing it. And out of all of the things you can buy in this game throughout the year, I think these are the best value items that we can get. So if we can look over here, we can see 4,000 yen for the prifest and 3,000 yen for the limited ticket. That's about 20 British pounds and about 15 British pounds, and in dollars about 25 American dollars and about 20 American dollars. So not a huge amount of money. And if you compare that down here to the jewels, 10,000 yen, you can only get 8,250, which doesn't get you a lot at all. These get you a lot, quite a lot. So what does this limited exchange ticket get you? It gets you one ticket to pick a limited character. You get 10 gacha tickets and 150 jewels. Not bad at all. And the prefest one, you get a little bit more in that one. You get the 10 gacha tickets, you get a ticket you can buy a limited character with, including prefests, 200 jewels, and then a few other bits in here, a growth sphere, some tickets that can get you memory pieces of certain characters, orbs and stuff. And the memory pieces, though, I will just note when we go all the way down here, they're only for very old characters. The most recent ones are down here, the Summer Becker and Kokoro and Carol, and the New Year's Twinkle Wish. So there's not a huge amount of value in that. The only thing that we really care about is the ticket and the 10 times tickets and the ticket for the limited character. So which limited character do we want to be purchasing with these if we're going to go ahead with it? Now we can get 2 tickets. If you wanted to buy both these tickets, you can pick 2 characters. They are down here. Where are they? We're going to have a look at the prefest selection here. This is exactly the same on the limited ticket, except the prefest characters aren't there. But I will mention, I think the prefest characters on here are a bit of a scam, really. They're trying to taunt you with this, lead you on a little bit. I would not buy a prefest character with this ticket because they are you're more likely to get them without. There are 5 prefest banners a year, if I can remember correctly. There is a much higher chance that you're going to get a prefest character. We get a prefest banner in a few days on the 28th. The last thing you would want to do is to buy a prefest character with this ticket, then you summon them on the Theo banner. That would feel terrible. So personally, I would stay away from prefest characters. You are going to get the limited characters. They only return twice a year. They have a 6-month return, they have their initial banner, a 6-month return, and then a unique equipment return. Much less chance of you getting them, and you're not going to get them, surprisingly, you know, unless you summon on a banner they're featured on. So it's not really my place to tell you who to pick with this. And it also depends on your box, who you've got in your box. And everyone's boxes are going to be different. Some people will be missing characters that I have. Some people will have characters that I don't. And so the way we're going to look at this is pick an elemental team that you want to buff, that maybe you are 1 character away from being able to run consecutively, and then go for that. That character will be most valuable to you. Start off with the fire element. As I said, the limited ticket is exactly the same, just minus the prefest, and I would stay away from prefest even if you had this prefest ticket. So if we're going to go for fire physical, there are a few top options that you could potentially pick here. You've got Sarasuri Saren, Halloween Tomo, although maybe she's not used as much. I don't think I would really spend money to get Halloween Tomo now. Perhaps Saren. Valentine's Day She's Room 2 is also a character to consider for a fire physical team if you need her as a last slot to build that team. You've got all the rest of the elements of that team, including this Hiyori here. Now here we go into more permanent characters. I would pick a permanent character. with this ticket either. So let's jump over to the magical side of fire. If you have got that that Xmas Lariel, shame she's not on here, then who would I pick? I don't know if I would suggest this student Carol. I think she's going to be fall off a little bit. Maybe the same with this Kyoka. I would recommend, if you want to go for a fire magical team, you don't have this Summer Maho, she is definitely a top pick for that. Or maybe Linden Worm, if you don't have either of those two, although they are permanent, aren't they? They are permanent, so maybe you'll be slightly reluctant to get there. But if you want to build a fire magic team, one of those two, or the Summer Maho, we'll give an honourable mention here to this New Year's Homare. Nowadays, she's mostly used in Deep Quests for off-elemental teams, so she could help you with that if you don't have her. That is the team you want to start to build, and she's limiting you then. She's definitely an option. So water. We'll go with water magic phase because there really isn't a lot in water magic to go on. We've got this Pecorine here. This Xmas Pecorine, I have been asked about Xmas Pecorine. If you want to build a water magical team, you're going to have Alpha Labarista, you're going to have the Alchemist Nozomi, Summer, Nenica, and Ameth too. Then she might help a little bit. The only thing with that is this water magical team, so far, we've been able to run it and tank it with Summer Nenica or Summer Chica. So if you've got both of them, maybe this Pecorine is not that big a priority. You don't know how the future is going to go. The other character that's sometimes used with them here is this Kasumi, who is also grindable and permanent, so I wouldn't recommend getting here with the ticket. These are good prefest characters, but like I said, stay away from prefest characters just in case they appear. So, water physical. And my definite top two picks for the water physical are these two here, Riri Summer and the Winter Uni. Winter Uni banner will be returning next month. If they run the same format, wouldn't it be the ReZero characters, Echidna, Summer Rem, that will be on a banner with her? Personally, I wouldn't want to summon on that, so getting this Winter Uni here, being able to just skip that banner would be a relief. Riri will probably be returning in summer again with her unique equipment. But I can have the jewels to summon on that. Other water physical options, Ray Summer here is used now and again, but I don't think I would recommend you spend real money to get her. Same with these two here, Summer Suzuna and the Xmas Ayane. Again, if they are the last option for you to be able to run a good water physical team, potentially, but I don't know if I would really suggest that you spend money on them. The last honourable mention here is this Summer Siren. You don't have Summer Siren, not used too much, definitely in PvP, definitely in Battle Stadium, she's used quite a lot. A consideration, definitely a consideration if you have all of the other characters, and she is one of your last picks. Definitely for water, one of these two are the top picks here, Riri or Uni. Wind! I mean, really a lot in wind here, to be honest with you. There really is not a lot in wind. Nothing at all for the physical side of wind that I would recommend that you paid real money to get. This Uni is good but permanent. Who else do we have? Anemone, excellent, but a prefest, and like I said, get prefest characters consistently throughout the year. Ranger Kokoro, again, not too bad, but hasn't been used too much since she was released with her unique equipment. So, Wind Magic. Definitely Kyoka here. Spring Kyoka is the top pick. I would suggest, if you want to just finally be able to run that Wind Magical team, this New Year's Nenica, not too bad. But, again, it's niche use. Since Elemental Systems come out, she's not been used as much. You might be seeing a bit of a resurgence, but not too much. Ceremonial Ilya the same, not being used as much as she used to. There really is not a lot on wind. Isora will be returning with Riri when she does in the summer. Definitely this Spring Kyoka is my top pick if you want to go for wind magic as the element that you're going to buff with one of these tickets. light. Right. Light. We'll go with light physical first because again there isn't much for light physical in here. Some good prefest characters. But again they're prefests. Aim to get them on prefest banners, not with a ticket. Misato, New Year's, for a physical team. Even though she's magic, she works good on a physical team. Slight consideration, although she's not used as much as she used to. Kajita too, if you don't have hair, for a light physical, definitely someone that you would want to consider getting, just to round out that light physical, maybe more AoE. And then we're in again into the permanent characters down here. So we go for light magic. Now this is where there are a few characters that could really help you here. We've got the Dream Park Maho. She's one that might be able to help you out. She's very crucial for the light deep quest. Is it 5-10? Whichever boss, that totem boss is designed so you have to have air on the team to beat it. It might have changed now. If you need air to get through that light deep quest, she's definitely a consideration. Other light magical characters to consider that are not prefests. Hatsune New Year's. I always say Hatsune New Year's is my top pick for light. If you don't have hair, she will be the top pick out of all of these characters to get if you're going to work on a light magic team. We haven't seen this Astral Yui in action yet though, but I would still side towards Hatsune over Yui if you can only pick one of them. Obviously, Amethyst is very good, but again, prefest character, aim to get the prefest characters on the prefest banners. So there we go, that is light. So finally I'm going to move over to dark. Dark is pretty saturated, there's quite a lot of characters on here. Again, we go with dark physical first. This Nobu Summer character here, used now and again, but I wouldn't say spend real money on her. I wouldn't spend real money on this Commander Makoto either. This Eriko is permanent too, so again, I'm now running into permanent characters. I wouldn't recommend getting a permanent character. Hikala potentially is a consideration, but there really isn't much for the physical for magic. But Warlock Jita here, this is one character I would potentially buy if I did buy these tickets. Problem with the Dark Magic team is very saturated. We are getting Nenika Alpha in a few days. She is Dark Magic. She might completely change the meta in Dark Magic, and then we wouldn't need to run this Warlock Jita again. The ticket is here till the 25th. You can buy it up until the 25th. By then, we will know what Nenika does. So this is my recommendation deep into the video for all of you that have watched all the way to here. If you're going to buy these, wait until we see what Nenika does. If you're thinking about buying a dark magical character like Warlock Jita, maybe Homare, though she's prefest, see what she does. We're also going to be getting the 6-star Vampy next month, which might change the dark magical meta slightly. Wait to see what Nenika does. See if Warlock Jita seems to still have a place on this dark magical team when Nenek is released. Before you spend your ticket and buy her with real money with these tickets. Other than that, I mean, this Kuka Noir, if you don't have her, is probably a character that you're going to be missing for the magical dark team. So there we go for dark Warlock Jita, but wait to see what this Alpha and Nenika does first before I picked her up with this ticket. So there we go, that was a quick look at all of the characters on these special tickets. Like I said, the limited ticket as the same, just without the prefests. So it is all the same recommendations and considerations. There we go, I am Tokkuri Yashi. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know if you have decided to buy one of these tickets with real money. They are the best value things we can get this in the whole year. So if you're ever going to spend money on the game, it will be one of these tickets or both of these tickets that I would suggest that you get. Let me know who you pick with them. If you do so, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye. Hey!